DavidRaya move agree, as Fuller and Balogun battle unfolds. All the latest Arsenal transfer news and gossip, including updates on DavidRaya, Fuller and Balogun, and other new from Marquinhos and transfer twist. There has been a twist with regard to the future of Arsenal winger Marquinhos. What is going on, guys? Welcome to my new channel. I hope you guys are doing sensational. So, as per, smash on a video if you enjoy, and make subscribe to the channel if you are new, and help your boy on his road to 10,000 subscribers. Starting off with the first thing, Arsenal have agreed a deal with Brentford to sign DavidRaya. According to Football, London understands that Mikel Arteta's side have agreed a fee close to £30 million for Raya, who has entered the final year of his Brentford contract. The Bees were understood to be initially demanding £40 million. The Gunners have been targeting a move for the 27-year-old in recent weeks, and the keeper was spotted in attendance at Wembley Stadium on Sunday for the Community Shield. His arrival will provide strong competition for Aaron Ramsdale's status as Arsenal's number one, with backup keeper Matt Turner nearing a move to Nottingham Forest. Bayern Munich were also said to have identified the Brentford shot-stopper as a possible target, but journalist Fabrizio Romano claims that Raya only wanted to join the Gunners and has agreed a 5-year contract, subject to a medical, after already agreeing personal terms. It will be interesting to see how the battle to be Arsenal's number one will unfold. Ramsdale was ever present during Arsenal's charge last season, having replaced Bernd Leno as first choice during the 2021-22 campaign. When asked what the arrival of Raya would mean for Ramsdale's place in the starting side, Mikel Arteta replied, "The competition always exists, whoever it is. That's how it has to feel like. It has to feel like this, and if it doesn't feel like this, we're not gonna get the best out of each player. So we'd better feel like this and make sure we all feel like this." Moving on to the second thing, Fuller and Balogun transfer scenario. Arsenal finally have their ideal scenario with Fuller and Balogun as the summer window enters its final 3 weeks. Having so far held off from selling their young striker, the offers are now starting to come. The Gunners set their stall out early on, making it clear that the 22-year-old was available to other clubs. However, the £50 million $64 million valuation has so far halted any progress being made. Now, the latest offer on the table is a surprise one from Monaco. After facing Arsenal in the Emirates Cup last week, Sporting Director Thiago Sciro spoke with Edu Gaspar over a potential move, but the verbal offer that was submitted has also been knocked back. With Balogun out of Arteta's plans, as shown by his absence from the 20-man squad for the Community Shield, a transfer is certainly still on the cards, and Arsenal may now be thinking that they got their plans right all along. Despite interest coming and going in Balogun, they now have 2 keen parties that have made offers. That sets the situation up perfectly for an end-of-window bidding war, and therefore a chance for the price to continue to rise. Having excelled in League One last year, Monaco's interest is clear. Balogun scored 21 times for an exciting Stade de Reims side managed by Will Still, and with aims of pushing on into the European places themselves next season, they are looking to acquire one of the hottest properties on the market. Monaco still managed 70 goals in the league last year, the second most in the division behind only Paris Saint-Germain, and wish to add the firepower and form of Balogun to their group. Inter, meanwhile, are working with 2 less strikers than the team that got them to the Champions League final. Romelu Lukaku has burned his bridges at San Siro, and Edin Dzeko departed over the summer. Balogun is one of their main priorities, especially after West Ham sold Gianluca Scamacca to Atalanta. Moving on the third thing, Marquinhos and transfer twist. There has been a twist with regard to the future of Arsenal winger Marquinhos. Last week it appeared that the Brazilian was closing in on a season-long loan move to Olympiacos, but it has since emerged that the 20-year-old is heading to Nantes instead, with French publication L'Equipe reporting that an agreement in principle has been reached between the two clubs. In truth, a loan spell should benefit Marquinhos, as despite a positive start to his Arsenal career following a £3 million transfer from Sao Paulo last summer, highlighted by a goal and assist against FC Zurich, he endured a slightly disappointing night against FK Bodo/Glimt a few weeks later, and subsequently saw his game time reduced either side of the World Cup break. In truth, a loan spell should benefit Marquinhos, as despite a positive start to his Arsenal career following a £3 million transfer from Sao Paulo last summer, highlighted by a goal and assist against FC Zurich, he endured a slightly disappointing night against FK Bodo/Glimt a few weeks later, and subsequently saw his game time reduced either side of the World Cup break. He then joined Norwich City on loan for the remainder of last season, but aside from a goal and an assist on his debut for the Championship outfit, the spell was largely forgettable and has returned to his parent club in the knowledge that he is likely to find regular game time even harder to come by in the new campaign. Not only is Marquinhos behind Bukayo Saka in the pecking order for his favored right-wing role, but the Emirates Cup tie against Sevilla indicates Fabio Vieira is the direct replacement when the England international is unavailable, whilst Gabriel Martinelli, Reiss Nelson, and Leandro Trossard are the other options in the wide areas. As mentioned above, a move to Nantes would be beneficial for the youngster's development, and if Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta and sporting director Edu Gasper have had a change of heart over where to send the Brazilian for the season, there is a good reason for why they had picked the French club over Olympiacos. Ultimately, the player Marquinhos can look to emulate is Folarin Balogun. Similar to the Brazilian, the Usement striker struggled during a half-season loan in the Championship before enjoying a breakthrough campaign last year with Reims, netting 22 goals across all competitions, and is now attracting interest from top European clubs. Here is the others' newses. Jesus, Jorginho, Balogun, Arsenal injury news and return dates ahead of Nottingham Forest. Arsenal will start their Premier League 2023-24 campaign against Nottingham Forest fresh after beating Manchester City in the FA Community Shield at Wembley Stadium. However, Mikel Arteta is facing a fresh injury concern regarding midfielder Jorginho. The Italy international was absent from the matchday squad at the weekend after picking up a slight muscular issue. Gabriel Jesus, who underwent a minor procedure on a knee injury last week, was present at the match but not involved. Oleksandr Zinchenko was another absentee, but the Ukraine international is set to participate in training ahead of the fixture against Forest. Football. London takes a look at all the injury news facing the Gunners ahead the start of their Premier League campaign. Jorginho. Arsenal confirmed ahead of the win against Manchester City that Jorginho was absent from the matchday squad after suffering a slight muscle issue. It's unclear as to whether he will be fit to face Nottingham Forest. Injury, slight muscular issue. Gabriel Jesus, injury, knee. What Arteta has said. Unfortunately, he had a little procedure this morning, Arteta said after the Emirates Cup win against Monaco. He had some discomfort in his knee that has been causing some issues, and they had to go in and resolve it. It is not something major, but he looks to be out for a few weeks, I think. It is a big blow because we had him back to his best, especially the way he played against Barcelona, and he was in good condition, and we lost him. But he has been feeling some discomfort in the last few weeks, and we had to look at it. We had to make a decision, and the best one is to protect the player and get him back as quick as possible, so we decided to do it. It is something related to the previous injury that he had and the surgery. He had some irritation in the knee, and we had to get it resolved, he added. Ahead of the City game, Arteta offered a fresh update on the Brazilian. He's fine. He's obviously disappointed because he was feeling good, and then this issue came up that nobody expected. We had to do a little procedure there, but unfortunately it was the best thing to do, and the quicker the better. We made that decision. I'm sure he will be back soon and very fit. Expected return date, unknown. Folarin Balogun. Folarin Balogun was absent from the squad earlier this week due to a foot injury. The Usement international is facing an uncertain future at the Emirates Stadium, but was expected to be available for the clash against City. Injury, foot. Expected return date, Nottingham Forest H. Saturday, August 2012. Alexander Zinchenko. Alexander Zinchenko picked up a calf problem but was pictured in training on Friday, and he then played 11 minutes during Saturday's G20 for Ukraine charity match, showing that he is nearing full fitness at the perfect time. While he was with his teammates as they faced his former side at Wembley, the Ukraine international was not selected in the matchday squad, with Kieran Tierney appearing off the bench. Injury, calf. Expected return date, Nottingham Forest H. Saturday, August 2012. Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson also hasn't featured since a foot laceration meant he was forced to leave the Tour of USA early. Injury, foot. Expected return date, unknown. Mohamed Elneny. Mohamed Elneny will definitely miss Forest as he continues his recovery from a knee operation. Injury, knee. Expected return date, unknown. Recovering at London Colney. Albert Sambilo Conga, Nicolas Pepe, Cedric Soares, Nuno Tavares are in London Colney taking recovery. That is the video there, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you have done, don't forget to smash your like and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to follow your boy in all other social medias, then the links are down below in the description. There is the episode today and hopefully enough to be there for today, and I would love someone so Arsenal. You know exactly what I do, and we'll see you next time. Take care of it.